watching Jamaican News on YouTube, your number one place for local and international news about Jamaica.
Now, remember to like the video, remember to share, comment and subscribe to the channel for support and growth. With all of that said and all of that done, I go jump into the intro, then I go come back with what me feel in. Welcome back my viewers and my subscribers. Hope everybody doing good, hope everybody doing okay. Now my viewers and my subs, I know you probably see this already, but I'm going to make you hear my point of view on this. Zin? Now, you know say the government propose 50 years minimum sentence right now for capital murder. But lawmakers, my viewers and my subs, are divided on that minimum sentencing. Zin? My viewers and my subs, my question is, why is it these lawmakers continue to mash up the Little Island? Every law was supposed to pass to help deter criminal, zine, organization and individual. Lawmakers wanna continue, zine, to turn a blind eye to the fact that it's everyday Jamaican are suffering. You, ladies and gentlemen, are not feeling it. It's everyday Jamaican like me, Zine, and like others that are listening to this video are suffering and feeling the full blunt of crime and violence and are affected by criminal activity and mourning the loss of their loved one each and every day. Zine, uno nah face nothing because all our immediate family either they are some foreign land, zine, or in a some gated community in a Jamaica and are troubled or plagued by crime. Now my viewers and my subs, lawmakers continue to be divided along party lines over whether a proposed mandatory minimum sentence of 50 years is appropriate for capital murder. On Wednesday, the Joint Selected Committee reviewing the Criminal Amendment Bill began wrapping up their deliberation on the proposed increase of penalty. Now, my viewers and my subs, I'm going to play an insert. I'm going to hear what they must say. These people could never have Jamaicans at heart making these comments. If you mean our country good, or if you mean our island good, you should never ever, zine, even consider this. Now hear this, my viewers and my subs.
Just the thought of serving 50 years in prison is to me so repulsive. You know, I listened very, very carefully to some of the submissions that were made. And I think it was Miss Hamilton who said that there are people who even do their degrees in prison. And I asked myself, so if I did a degree in prison, how would that serve me well? If I had to be there for this long period of time, I would have demonstrated my remorse, my desire to become rehabilitated into the society, an aptitude which I had never displayed before. But it does not serve me in any way because I have to serve this kind of sentence.
And it is my considered opinion, the very fact that the judiciary was able to pronounce these sentencing and the number of years on these persons who are found guilty confirms in my mind that the judiciary has the ability and ought to have the freedom to continue what it is doing and not be limited by a minimum sentencing.
Capital murder, the most egregious thing that you can be accused of committing. So for me, people who are found guilty of that should be removed, quite frankly, from society. They should be locked away. I'm not a believer in the death penalty, personally. But the truth of the matter is that I really don't have any evidence that has been brought to the committee as to whether or not it should be 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, or 70 years. I don't have any. Nobody has made that submission as to why I would choose 50 over 40 over 70. So I'm going to go along with the proposal that is before the committee.
Meanwhile, a teenage mother and her 8-month-old daughter have been reported missing. The police say 15-year-old Tashika Hartley and her 8-month-old daughter Kimaya Grant of Sir Bright Avenue in Kingston 11 have been missing since Tuesday. Tashika is of dark complexion, a slim build, and is about 172 centimeters tall are 5 feet 8 inches. The Hunts Bay police reported that Tashika and Kimoya were last seen at their home about 8:15 p.m. on Tuesday. Tashika was last seen wearing a white blouse and red shorts. Kimoya mode of dressing is unknown. My viewers and my subs, anybody knowing the whereabouts of Kimoya and Tashika, please contact the Hunts Bay police station at 876-923-7111, or contact the nearest police station, my viewers and my subs, or the emergency number 119. My viewers and my subs, remember if you like the video, remember to share, comment and subscribe for support and growth. I'm out.
Colleagues will recall that in my budget presentation, I had indicated that the government will distribute 50,000 water tanks across Jamaica to ensure that there is water resilience at the household level. I am happy to announce that the pilot of the Rural Water Household Resilience Program is ready to commence. The government is partnering with the IDB to distribute and install 3,400 gallon tanks with supporting infrastructure for rainwater harvesting in the constituencies which were hardest hit by the drought in the first 6 months of the year. This pilot for the project has benefited from an IDB grant of 60 million Jamaican dollars to purchase the tank. The Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, through the Rural Water Agency, will provide funding for 250 million Jamaican dollars to facilitate the coordination of the project and the deployment of water harvesting and tanks. The method of selection used the data from the Met Services and was also scrutinized by the IDB in approving the use of grant funding for the purpose of purchasing the tanks. So, Mr. Speaker, we didn't just pull constituencies out of a hat. The selection of the constituencies were data-driven, and we had an independent partner who also scrutinized the data. The constituencies which will participate in the pilot program are predominantly in the eastern part of the country. They include East and West St. Thomas, East and West Portland, East and West Rural St. Andrew, Southeast St. Mary, Central St. Mary, Western St. Mary, Southern Belt of St. Anne, which would include Southeast and Southwest St. Anne, and then the hilly Northern Belt of Clarendon, including Northern Clarendon, North Central Clarendon, and North